A lot of people don't take into consideration, and these people don't think before they type, which is not really it's not really surprising coming from the fucking E-drones and the shills. Athena, Jesse, has been off of television since I would say December or January when she got released. She's wrestled a couple matches here and there on some local indie shows. I know she's wrestled on the Rosa for Warrior Wrestling, if I'm not mistaken.
In a great match, yes.
So I mean, she obviously, for how great she is going to have some ring rust. So working dark to get rid of that ring rust before Tony Khan puts her in a ring on national television, why wouldn't you go about that process?
That's perfect. That's exactly where she needs to be. Work on. Look, do I want to see them there every week? No, but it was getting to the point I was looking at Ruby Soho on Dark every week. That's not where she deserves to be.
No.
I want to see people like Soho and Athena and stuff like that. They can do Dark once to twice a month. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. If everyone on that roster does a dark match once or twice a month, that's enough of them to rotate them in and out with lower guys on the card, with local talent, to help showcase them and help draw some numbers to fucking Dark. I mean, if I find out, hey, look, Brian's going to be on Dark this week. Oh, shit, see him work a fucking 5-minute match, 10-minute match, whatever. I mean, it's something. So there's nothing wrong with being on Dark. There's a problem with staying on Dark. That's the problem.
Yeah, that is definitely the problem. And I agree 100% with your take there. But Athena is there, and I think, Jess, we talked about this on Sunday. It feels to me that Statlander and Jade is the final fight scene here for the TBS Championship. I think Statlander, with how over she has become in the last couple of weeks, I think that is the way. And whether it's Athena or Statlander kind of turning to the dark side, I do see Statlander taking that title, and I do see Athena possibly feuding with Statlander, because the whole gimmick of Statlander is all of her friends betrayed her. So I could see Athena being the fallen goddess, kind of turning to the dark side, and Chris Statlander being right again in her assessment of all these women wanting to befriend her, and then she can't trust anybody.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what they do with Statlander. I'm glad that she's getting bigger reactions because she deserves them. Now, if you have new to here and have not heard me say it before, I'm a huge Statlander mark, bro. I am. So if it appears I'm bashing her, trust me, it's just because I want to see more for her. But Statlander needs something. And she needs something that Jade has. Jade cannot work half as well as Chris Statlander. But Jade is a better champion right now.
Yeah. And you guys that's for sure. And also going back to the Athena thing, when Triple H was there before he was removed from Power in NXT, they were working on a heel turn for Athena. So she was going to, and she actually was going to turn heel after Triple H had left as well. And they just dropped the entire gimmick, and then, she went on to do the Chris Van Vliet podcast and document all the fucking terrible happenings backstage. They dropped everything and then had her go back to the old Ember Moon gimmick, and then they promptly took her off television, had her go do the hair, get the outfit, do the theme music, cut a promo. Vince then said, fuck it, we're taking you off television, ultimately to fire her from WWE. So we could see something along those lines where they just pick up the pieces left there and she applies it to AEW. So we'll see what happens. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Continue to get those super chats in. We got a ton of them to read through, so I see all of them coming in. Thank you guys very much. It's been a very busy night. It was a very huge night for AEW, and we had a large audience here to talk about everything. So I'm glad you guys are joining us here. I don't know. Maybe it's StreamYard. Check that out. It's happening on my end too, but you're coming through. It's just blurry. But thank you guys very much, man. Number one in the community. Thank you so much for sticking with us and making us your destination for AEW Dynamite on Wednesday night right here on OTS. We got Wardlow and JD Drake. This was 1 minute. Basically, nothing more than a sidewalk slam and a power bomb for Wardlow here on JD Drake. And that was it. So Shivani entered the ring to interview Wardlow. Smart Mark Sterling interrupted and said, hold on a second. He came out with about 8 security guards. He said he must be tickled pink about beating up all those security guys. Wardlow took the security guy who handed him an envelope. This dude doesn't watch the product. As Wardlow opened the envelope, Sterling said he was being sued by the American Arena security officials or professionals. He says he's representing them and he'll see them in court. Wardlow powerbombed the one lone security guy, and Mark Sterling yelled, "No! He has a family!" Wardlow ripped up the lawsuit paperwork and shoved it in the guy's mouth. So we have Wardlow officially part of the AEW roster. First match as an AEW superstar. Powerbombs JD Drake, and still continuing the Smart Mark Sterling storyline that he had to deal with all these weeks as Sterling was aligned with MJF. So, what do you think? Where do you think they're going with Wardlow, bro? You think they're going anywhere fast with him, or they're going to take their time, slow and steady, now that he is moved away from MJF?
I don't know. And that's the thing. Now they have to find something for him. Right? Because he got his push. MJF took him as far as he can take him, and now he's off on his own. Big baby face, got to go out there and conquer the world, right? So he's got to go out there and win some gold, man. So I can see Scorpio Sky in this future for sure. Absolutely. But they gotta do something interesting with him. They need to find a good heel to work him with, because he's over right now, the baby face. So I'm not sure where they go. I'm kind of interested to see what they got planned.
Yeah, according to some news outlets in the community, Wardlow had new theme music written for him, and we don't know if that will be used at all. But I was hoping for new theme music, being that he is now a full-fledged AEW superstar after this MJF storyline. I am not a fan of Wardlow's current theme music. I was hoping for a change. I don't think it really fits him. I think it's kind of lame. And I was hoping for something a little bit more catchy and something a little bit more recognizable as far as he is concerned. But that was being reported, and I don't know if that's ever going to be a thing for Wardlow. So I hope it is.
Yeah, that was one of the first things I was looking for when he came out. With no security guards, and it was quiet. Like, okay, here we go. They're gonna debut some new music. Yeah. And then it was the same stuff, and I was seriously like, no, this was the perfect time to give him his own music. That was the shitty music that MJF gave him. Where's this new music? And I went online to look, and that's when I found what I said too. I guess they made some, but it didn't make it. Didn't make it yet. They're not done with it. I don't know. You gotta talk to Mikey.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got something cooking up in the studio. But Wardlow, man, a TNT title, I think that's a very good road for him to take, or maybe even, again, we don't know where Miro is going to fit in. Maybe we get Wardlow and Miro to kind of clash against each other on AEW time.
That's a bad mixture.
It's a bad match.
Yeah, right. For right now, it is. Neither one of those guys can lose.
Maybe Miro takes the TNT title, and maybe we have Wardlow versus Miro for the TNT title.
Yeah, that's an awesome feud. Definitely a feud to do, but not right now. Neither one of those guys can lose right now.
We got Dan Lambert, Scorpio Sky, and Ethan Page. They cut a promo backstage. Lambert said Dante has a lot of potential, and at his best, he might someday be as good as Ethan Page. Sky says he wants him to enjoy his California vacation because on Friday he'll get his ass handed to him by the face of TNT. Dante walked up to him and said he thinks he is better than him right now, and on Rampage, he is going to believe in victory. So we have a nice little showdown happening on Friday night. And what Scorpio said, Mr. City needs a title after the LA some management in Los Angeles as part of the Lakers.
He named the title Chiefs. After Chiefs.
Who is the Lakers? Owner of the Lakers. He named the TNT title after the owner of the Lakers. Yes. So he's got a Laker-inspired title. I guess he's not pleased with the Golden State Warriors.
Yes, he is. See you to the day he dies, man. He definitely made that title after G+. I thought that was fucking
we got a tag team match. So, and Tony
I don't get all this Tony Storm.
He's in the ring there with Ruby Soho and Britt Baker and good old Jamie. I'm struggling to figure out why everybody's on this match for a second time. I don't understand. Can somebody fill me in here, man?
Listen, I don't care how many times they run this fucking match. They can run it every week.
I have late hour, man.
Where's Tony Brown?
Tony Brown already gave us super chat. He already said Jesse and JD. You already know.
Okay, all right. We know which one he is.
Bro, I have this overwhelming sensation. Maybe late night snack.
I love it.
Listen, man. I love all these women in this match. This was great. Britt Baker made arrangements. Jamie Hayter out there with Rebel. Tony Storm and Ruby Soho come out. Very good tag team match at the East had on Rampage not too long ago. And this was just as good. And we got a very competitive match here with the Ruby Soho and Tony Storm getting the victory. And Ruby Soho getting at least some advantage on Britt Baker following Sunday's Storm and Baker started off. Storm was on fire. Forcing Baker to tag out quickly. Jamie Hayter Soho came in and with Baker worked together to establish control here for the heel team. Baker gave her a neck breaker on the floor. We go to commercial break. Soho fighting back here, hits a back suplex, reached Storm for the hot tag. She ran wild on both opponents until Jamie Hayter countered a tornado DDT with a DDT of her own on the floor. Soho took out Hayter with an absolutely vicious crossbody flying off the top rope. Jamie Hayter hit that man that you heard slide. Oh my goodness. Baker came in. She takes a great fucking bump, man. I'm still right. Don't she take a lot of stiff bumps. This is exactly what we want from the ladies in the ring, man. Jamie Hayter is perfect. Love it. Everybody. Yes. So we get bro, you can find that. Oh, sorry. We got a job. Diving crossbody. Baker then comes in with a sling blade on Soho. Back in the ring, Storm took out Baker from Germany. Peter smashed Soho with a vicious backbreaker. Baker hit a butterfly suplex on Soho. But was rolled up for a two. Soho hit her no future burning fall. Baker hung on it with a kick out, put on her glove randomly out of nowhere and tried for the lockjaw. She tried to put that glove. I don't know where it came from. She's a fucking witch, bro. I don't know. Shit. You know, Becky Lynch wants to claim she's a magician, bro, but I'm wondering that about Britt Baker, too.
And I'm gonna say, as I'm watching this match, I kept going back and thinking to where, someone at the channel was saying that that Britt Baker's in ring work is quicker. And I don't see any in that match, man.
I don't know, man. Maybe I was just over-examining things on Sunday night. I don't know. She's not bad. I never said she's bad, but
she looked. I'm looking at the scale of grit. I'm not trying to compare to anyone else. I'm looking at from where she started to what we got used to, and I don't see any change in her game as a stand.
Well, you know what also helps here too is the fact that she's been with Jamie Hayter for a while now as a tandem unit, and then she's in there with one of her legit best friends, Tony Storm, who Britt Baker lobbied for Tony Storm to grow into the company in the first place, I'm assuming. So, I mean, she's in there with people that she knows, and obviously Tony Storm is a very good friend of hers, so the level of match is going to be there with Britt because she's in the ring. And I think I said that on Sunday night. It all depends on the games partner that you have.
Yeah, and for every match I've seen with Britt Baker as of late, man, I'm like, she looks like Britt Baker. You know, she's not. I'm not saying she's out there, tearing the world down, in women's wrestling. I'm saying that she looks good, and she looks 10 times better than the way she started, and she's perfectly fine right now. She's good.
Yeah, she's all right. I didn't say she was terrible, but there was a little moment there after the Rosa that she has here? Is there a little hesitation on her behalf? I don't know. Maybe it's just me over-examining things like I usually do, but
no, I still feel like that she's over babied and slowly becoming the Charlotte Flair of AEW. I'm not taking that back just yet. But for right now, you know, her in-ring work looks perfectly fine.
And speaking of which, there was no Thunder Rosa on the show tonight as your women's champion. I just want to wear it to everybody's work.
Instead, you get Athena came out just to get interrupted in the promo instead of the champ.
Maybe we'll see Thunder Rosa on Rampage. I don't know. But Baker here went for the lockjaw. She tried to cradle out of it. Did Ruby Soho, but an assist from Hayter gave Baker a critical attempt for a near fall of her own. Soho kicked out. Baker hit a swinging neck breaker on Ruby. Miscommunication between Hayter and Baker led to Soho hitting destination unknown for the win. And Britt Baker is pinned on Dynamite. Ruby Soho gets her victory back over Britt for Sunday night and the Owen final, and that was pretty much it. Hayter attacked Soho with the Owen Hart Cup belt after the match, and the heels Jesse remained on top in the post-match attack.
Yeah, I'm not a fan when WWE does that. I'm not a fan of it. You won the match.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You won, but then you just, you know, fumble right after it. I was never a fan of that kind of, hey, you win the match, you should win. We'll see.
Barry Goldwater in the chat. Love calling these fucking pieces of shit out. He says, man, y'all are some perverted motherfuckers. Clearly, Barry Goldwater, you don't watch the fucking show on a weekly basis. Who the fuck are you calling perverted, bro? Know our sense of humor before you come into our chat and start spewing bullshit. Get him the fuck out. That's all I gotta say about that. Nobody knows that. Everybody else is laughing but Barry Goldwater. Sorry, bro. I'll make my channel an all Christian channel and I'll come wearing a fucking priest outfit next time. You fucking piece of shit. Alright? I'll give out fucking communion and douse everybody with